Welcome back, everyone. J-Bone here. Just about to call it a night. Just got done doing some, watching wrestling, doing a wrestling review on my other channel, Smash This Podcast, and I'm like, I'll hop on Facebook and I'll hop on Twitter for just a second, just to see if there's any new news. And this just came out a few hours ago, and I could not resist to talk about this. So I just wanted to do a video in my reaction to the press release that, folks, it is going to be time to rat and roll again for real. This press release comes from Juan and Stephen Piercy, both sharing the official press release courtesy of EddieTrunk.com. Pretty cool that they gave him the exclusive rights to do this. The title of the article reads as such: Eddie Trunk exclusive. Crucier DeMartini, as in Warren DeMartini, and Piercy win the rights to the Ratt name over Blotzer. Expect tour dates soon. And I'm just going to read this. The following statement comes courtesy of Stephen M. Doniger. I'm assuming that's their attorneys, whatever, representing the members here of the original Ratt. After the four remaining original members of Ratt, Piercy, DeMartini, and Crucier and Blotzer finished touring in 2014, Blotzer began touring as Bobby Blotzer's Ratt Experience, and Juan Crucier began touring as Ratt's Juan Crucier. Realizing he could make 10 times as much per show touring as Ratt, Blotzer labeled his new cover band as Ratt over the objections of every other member of the band. He then proceeded to get into litigation with each of the three partners in an effort to usurp control of the Ratt name, claiming that WBS owned the band name, and he controlled WBS. So this started a year ago. This continues. Federal District Court in the Central District of California has now ordered judgment to be entered against WBS/Blotzer, finding that WBS does not own the Ratt name, as in WBS Incorporated versus Juan Crucier, case number blah 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 blah. Under 1985 written Ratt partnership agreement, the name trademarks are the property of the partnership. Oh my God, this verbiage. And can only be transferred with the unanimous approval of all partners. That's a very important part there. Thus, in 1997, when Blotzer, DeMartini, and Piercy purported to transfer the trademarks of WBS, that transfer was invalid, since Juan Crucier, Ratt bassist, whom was still a partner and never advised of, let alone consented to the transfer. Thus, the partnership still owns the Ratt name. Okay. Continuing. Piercy, DeMartini, and Crucier have also, get this, expelled Blotzer from the partnership. Blotzer thus has no further interest in the Ratt name, and may now only refer to himself as a former member of Ratt, as per the partnership agreement. DeMartini, Piercy, and Crucier look forward to continuing to tour as Ratt and thank their fans for all the ongoing support. Wow. huge news in the world of those of us who love the Ratt music. So it's going to be interesting to see what Bobby Blotzer does with his cover band, because that's all he can really call it now, seeing as the original Ratt is back in action. Juan even said on his on the Facebook post, it says Eddie Trunk exclusive: drummer Bobby Blotzer fails in his effort to hijack Ratt and is now out. So that's interesting. So that's a formal press release. As far as what is going on with the rest of the band, as far as who exactly is in it. Excuse me. I'd like to think that Carlos Cavazo is still in the band. What is going to be a bit of a question mark, though, is who's going to be drumming. Now, side note to all this, Stephen Pearcy's new solo album is coming out in within the next 2 months, January 27th, 2017, through Frontiers Music, Stephen Pearcy's Smash. That band is Eric Ferrantino's, Matt Thorne on bass, Greg D'Angelo on drums, and the newly reacquired, and I say reacquired because Steven's got history with this guy, is Frankie Wilsey, formerly of Sea Hag / Arcade. One of my favorite things to come out of the early 90s after the demise of the original Ratt. Loved me some Arcade. So, that's going to be interesting to see. I mean, it'll be great to see that project together, but as far as who's drumming for Ratt, Greg D'Angelo is Stephen Pearcy's touring drummer, but the guy who filled in when back was October 1st on the Monsters of Rock cruise, when Ratt showed up as the Stowaways, which I think that name is hilarious. Jimmy DeGrasso was drumming for them on that particular date. And apparently he filled in for them when Bobby Blotzer had his neck surgery a few years ago. So, honestly, I think it's a toss-up as far as who's going to be in the band. It really doesn't matter to me. What's important to me is that Stephen, Juan, and Warren all have the rights to this again. So, for me personally, that is very exciting. And as much as I'm excited for this, I feel bad for. I don't feel so bad for Bobby, because he should have known this was coming. But I feel bad for the other guys that he's been touring with on and off for the last year-ish, give or take a little. You know, hats off to that singer. That singer's Joshua, I think his name. Josh, whatever. Great singer, you know. He'll probably go back to whatever he was doing before. I don't know what the hell Bobby's going to do. He and these other guys could probably put out a new CD through whoever, you know. They could put some stuff together and they can call it Blotzer's Bash or something. I don't know. Because they were a fairly tight sounding band. Even the new guys, I heard some of the newer stuff. It didn't sound bad. It sounded like they played the Ratt songs well. I'm not going to call them Ratt anymore because they're done. What's interesting is they've got dates coming up within the next, like they've got like an early December tour date somewhere. I forget where. And that's going to be interesting to see what actually happens there. If they're not going to fly the banner, if they're just going to if he's going to call himself Bobby Blotzer and the Ratt Experience once more, who knows? But that name ain't going to sell like the original name of Ratt. So, you know, and I'm not going to hate on Blotzer. I'm not going to say, well, you're a piece of shit and blah, 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 blah. But I'm more happy for Steven and the other guys than I'm more angry at Bobby. You know? Hey, que sera, sera, you know? So, like I said, I'm very excited for Steven's solo stuff to come out, but it's going to be interesting to see how much effort he puts into that now. I mean, he's got a brand new record deal with them, with Frontiers. Now, I'm not sure if they still have that contract with Sony and they owe them one more CD. I'm not completely sure all the details on that. So that's also going to be interesting to see if they actually put out new music or if they do something else just to get out of the Sony deal. And maybe Frontiers will give Steven and the boys a brand new contract for their future. Who knows what's going to happen. But nonetheless, all these litigations should, in theory, they should all be done. Very happy about that. Not too much else to say. I'm freaking tired and it's past my bedtime. No, not really, but just being under the weather as much as I have been lately, I haven't been staying up too late lately. So, yeah, I'm just going to wrap this up. Time to rat and roll again. Excited for Smash to come out on Frontiers Records. And, yeah, 2017 is going to be a big year for Stephen Pearcy and solo band / rat and rollers all involved. Well, you know, love the news or hate the news or whatever. It doesn't matter to me. I'm excited, so that's why I'm sharing this. But I will more than likely hear from some of you. Put it in the comments below. Are you happy about Stephen Pearcy's win along with Warren and Juan against Bobby, or are you on Bobby's side in this? And I honestly don't know why you would be, but nonetheless, share your thoughts below. I'd be curious just to see what everybody and anybody says. So, but that's it for this one. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.